Hey everyone, Brent here from Striketek. We're out here on the lake tonight testing out our new prototypes, and I'm just going to run through that and we'll show you some of the fights we'll have tonight, no doubt. But I just wanted to run over the app as well. So it's a pretty clean interface here, and on the home screen this is where you select your profile, you enter in what species you're after, the weather conditions, water conditions, and as people use it there will be machine learning in the algorithm, and that'll suggest a profile, and you just select that or select one of your own and send that profile to the lure. And on the bottom of the screen here you've got an image of the lure, so what it'll look like. So we'll go to the next one. So this is on the devices screen. So this one here will just come up with a list of the lures that are in the vicinity, just one or a couple, and you'll be able to name each one as well. You scan for it, connect to it, and then you can update the firmware, change the profile, whatever you need to do. So this is the profiles page. We've made quite a few there, and if we just go and pretend we're going to add a new one, you give it a name, whatever it may be, and then you go down, and we've got a switch up the top here which is advanced or basic editing. So if you just want to keep it basic, keep that like that, and scroll down and it keeps it basic. It doesn't reveal all the different options you have, but if you put it on advanced, we'll go through. These are the motion thresholds at the top. You've got a water strike threshold at the top, then the sleep threshold and the wake threshold as well. Then you've got a twitch trigger. So because it's got an accelerometer on it, you can actually select that and set the duration for how long you want that twitch to run. And anytime you give a little jig to the rod tip and that goes down the lure will feel that and change as well for that. And you can set up a completely different profile for that duration to keep it so it's reactive. So the first one is the body RGB, and you can select some basic colors and also go custom and select whatever color you want, like a nice pink or something like that. And then you set the brightness. So if it's you're at night time or it's early morning, dusk, you can set that down a bit lower. If it's bright sunlight and also murky water, you can increase that. And then the on time. Essentially what we're making here is pulses. So the on time is how long the LED stays lit for, off time, same thing, and then how many pulses. So on and off, on and off, on and off. So if we did that, say 3 pulses, and after it does that, then you want to delay. So boop, 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 then delay. So that's what that one does. You can roll that back up and you go the eye. So same thing for the eyes, yellow eyes, set the brightness and so forth, exact same thing. With the UV, if we use that, you turn it on and set the UV power and the pulses again. Vibration, you've got the frequency and the power, and then again the pulses and the biopulse. That is an electrical signal output that goes out from the 2 hooks, and you can set the frequency and the intensity, and the fish feel that in their lateral line. And again, you can play with what that looks like, the pulse, to your heart's content. And then you've got all the twitch variations as well down here. So you can make it look completely different on that reactive type of retrieval. So then you've got the log catch where you select the species, what profile you use, the weight, length. You can even upload a photo, use your current location and save that as well. This is the firmware screen. So once it's not connected to a lure at the moment, but once it's connected, it'll see that it's a Striketek Ion and it'll look at the database for a Striketek Ion. There we go, and it's come up saying hardware is a Striketek Ion, latest version is 1.812. And it'll compare that. You can compare that to the lure, which this will read and display on the screen, so you can see if you want to update to the latest firmware. And then we've got an accounts where you can create an account, assign an account, you add in some information, and you will be able to register each of your lures to your account. And then of course we've just got different themes like light or dark theme and metric or imperial. So that's a bit of a run through with the app, and it's continuing to evolve, and we'll keep on making it better pretty much forever. And yeah, and we'll just keep pushing that out to everyone and release new features as we go. Thanks.